Today we're going to do an arts and crafts class. It's called Zen Doodle. It's a lot of fun. I think most people doodled while they talk on the phone or doodle while they're talking to somebody. So this is a way to make very artistic doodles. The first one we're going to do, your supplies. The reason we picked this project is the only thing you're going to need from home is a piece of paper, which a lot of people have copy paper, and a writing utensil, which can be a pen, a pencil, magic markers, different colors, or colored pencils, or the kids' crayons. So the first doodle we're going to make is going to be very easy. Now, don't worry about making mistakes, because art is your own interpretation. So the first one we're going to do is make a line like that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you'll be amazed at what you can do. So we're going to make 2 swirls. Now on our first section, we're going to make some lines like this. And here again, it doesn't have to be, if you want to make 4 lines, if you want to make 5 lines, if you want to make 6 on, but your first section is going to be some little swirly lines. Now what we're going to do is make lines coming down like this. And our next row, we're going to alternate between the lines just to give it some depth. And so on and so forth, all the way down until you complete this. Now in our next section, we're going to make some double lines. So we have a lot of doodles to do, so I don't want to take the time to complete each corner of this, but I'm just giving you an idea of what you can continue to do at home, so we can show you some other projects. So now for this one, we're going to make some double lines, like so, and on here we're going to make triangles, up and down, up and down. In the next row, we're going to put the triangles in a different direction. Here again, it doesn't matter. I have 3 up there. I have 4 down here. It doesn't matter. It's your own interpretation. So here we go again. You'll be amazed when this all comes together, because the different lines give it a lot of depth. So here in each triangle, we're going to make a baby triangle and fill that in. So imagine how nice that would look if you were using different colored magic markers or crayons, whatever you have. Here again, I won't finish that. You can finish that, so we'll have time to do another doodle. So now on this one, we're going to make some circles and little swirlies inside the circle. You can make big circles, small circles, medium circles, whatever you want. And then we're going to color those in and complete this by making a lot of little tiny circles here and there, here and there. This particular one doesn't have a name, but it was designed by someone we know. The next one is going to be a lot of squares. like so. Now, I'm going to make lines like this, and we're going to alternate. So when you finish it, it's going to look very much like this, and you'll be amazed at the depth. Now let's see, let's go on to our next one. Here again, this isn't finished, but you can finish it at home. We want to show you another project. This particular one is called Knightsbridge. And I think it would look very nice with different, if you color your squares in different colors. So here we go, like so, like so. And our lines coming down. We're going to start coloring in every other one. Leaving the alternating ones blank. How is that, Ray? Good? Okay. Now let's see. I'm going to go on to another one. Just so you have a few options that you can do while you're staying safe and staying home. I think we'll do this one next. This is a cosmic flower. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to make a giant swirl like that, like so. I'm going to make another one to match it. Now, we're going to start putting our spikes right through here, here. Then we're going to make some shorter spikes coming out. And on each spike, you can make little flowers, little circles, color it in. Let's see, make one that says every other one is colored in. Now, if I wasn't making it this big so you could see it, I would probably add a lot of different colors. And you know, this is a very good project with your kids, your grandchildren, or anybody, because I found that last night I practiced, and I did it for quite a long time because it was interesting and it was fun. And every time you make one, you want to make another one and make it different, make it your own interpretation. So for instance, this could be many different colors, or you could make diamond shapes on here instead of the circles. You could make triangles. whatever you want, because art is your own interpretation, and you'll just find that it's very good to pass the time. And who knows, you could make a very beautiful art piece. We're going to go into another one now, just so that you have an idea. I think this is one of my favorites. I'm going to make it, it's going to simulate a stem, and on top we're going to make, looks like a little Christmas bulb. Very simple. Now, we're going to make this shape that looks like a little curlicue, and one on the other side, the same size. Now we're going to go out here, and so on and so forth, all the way down. See how it's starting to look so pretty? If you have markers, this could be purple or pink or whatever you want. Okay, now for your last little swirl, just make a little V line like that, and that sort of simulates your flower. Now we're going to go on to a leaf. Make our stem. We're going to make this sort of figure, and then make your lines coming down, and then draw your line in the middle, like so. And you could fill a whole paper with this by just going up and down and all around. Let's make a few more, maybe smaller ones that look like little bulbs coming out, little blossoms. We'll make this one a little smaller. Here again, your little line at the bottom to complete it. And how about another, let's make another leaf. Actually, you could make this smaller and just start by making your stem go like that, and it would be lovely. Would look like ivy. So, okay.
Any more paper? Oh, yeah.
How about doing this gingham pattern? Let's try this one. I'm just showing you what it looks like before we put it on the paper, and giving you the option of the different colors so you have an idea. So this is really nothing more than a checkerboard, and it's your own interpretation about what you want to put in your squares. Your squares can be solid, they can be striped. Okay, I think what we'll do is make some lines coming down on some. Make some, how about this? Make some sideways. We'll make some this way. Who knew doodling could be so much fun? And then if you want to add depth, just go every other. Alternate your designs. Of course, these can be much closer together. It's whatever suits you, whatever you want to turn it into. And especially if you're working with the grandchildren or someone else, they'll have different interpretations and ideas also. So that's called gingham. And imagine if that every square was done in a different color of your crayon or marker or pencil, whatever you like. And it's a lot of fun, I think. Let's see. I think we'll try one more, and this is another very, very pretty one. Here again, different colors, or one color if you want. I think I would do this with a lot of purples and pinks. So we're going to start with our swirl like this, whatever you like, and then we're going to make some different swirls on top of that. Like so. Now we're going to make some little circles and have them get bigger like this. And on each circle, we're going to have some lines coming out. Let's make a few more of these. I think it'd look a lot better in color, but that's what we have. Okay, so then we're going to do this one. We're going to complete this, and it's going to be called dentry.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Now here we go. Now that you've practiced and you're really into Zen doodling, this is our next project. It's called dentry. So we're going to start by making little circles like this. Okay, I'm just going to show you the stroke that you're going to be making to complete this. It's just like that. It's sort of a very long S. So now the first thing we're going to do is start at the top on the right side of the circle, and we're going to make that S shape, and we're going to come down at the bottom of the circle. Okay? So we're going to do that all the way across. From the right side of the circle, swirl around and come up onto the bottom. Okay? So we're going around, we're coming up on the bottom, like so. We're going to do the second thing, second time on the next row. See how it's becoming sort of pretty already? I'm going to go down like this. We're going to finish up This is one of my favorites because when we're finished, there's such depth to it that you almost have to touch it to appreciate it. Now, here's our next step. We're going to make a circle in between the lines. We're just making 3 in each column. Okay. Now we're going to continue with that shape. We're going to start up here and go around and bring it to that circle. And we're going to go from the center circle, we're going to go around to here. And we're going to continue along the top row, go around to our circle. Same thing, we're going around to our big circle, going around to our circle. Next row, we're going to do the same thing. Going around here, around, and here. I found that with this one, I really have to concentrate a little more. circle to the big circle, from the big circle to the small circle. Okay. And you should have these columns. Okay. Now,
teacher, I lost it.
Now we're going to go the opposite way. It's very easy to get mixed up doing this, but don't worry, you're making it your own. Now let's see.
Mine doesn't look like yours.
Okay. Now we're going to go around like this. The bottom of the circle to the side. The bottom to the side. Now I have to look and be sure. If you get a little confused on your first one, like I did, you're going to want to, well, let me show everyone that. I think that's quite nice because it's very different and it's Ray's interpretation because there's no such thing as a mistake when you're doing art because you want to have fun and that's the point, but let's see. So now for this, now see how we have, we're going to end up with the 4. This is the idea of it. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. So remember we had our three lines. So there's the first line. It has the 4 squares. This one I'll complete. Okay, 1 square is complete. This is, I saved this for last because this is the one where you have to concentrate, I think, a little more than the other ones. Okay, so I'm checking myself. I have 4, 4, 4, 4. This one, that was quite large. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
It is beautiful, but mine doesn't look anything like yours.
So that's called the dentry, and I'm going to hold this up again so everyone can see how we began with the dots. Your first step is the dots, and then you make your little shape like this from dot to dot, and making 3 rows.
This is something you have to practice.
And then after the 3 rows, we're making our bigger dots in the middle. It takes a while to do this one. I practiced a lot last night. And then after you make your dots in the middle, that's when you're going to do your connecting of this, bringing from the right side of the circle to the bottom with this shape. And that's the secret of this this doodle called dentry. So, all right, so now we're going to get into a little floral pattern. We're going to start by making a little star in the middle, little shape like that, and we're going to start building off. Okay, like so, and we're going to begin. So now we can build off here and here, here and here. Now, the exact size of your petals is not going to matter. It's just your imagination. So we're starting with our petals like this, and as we get out a little farther from our center, we're going to start making lines like this on each petal to depending on the size of the petal, you see how many lines you can make. So, if you're really patient and good, you could make a lot of lines on it. Here again for the depth, whatever you like. This is one of my favorites. Now we're going to add more petals. For our next row, you can make circles in your petals. Whatever you like. We're going to keep building and making this bigger and bigger and bigger. And in each petal, I think this is where we're going to use some nice colored markers just to give you an idea. Of your possibilities. This one could have lines like this, like so, here and there. And then, let's remember our nice leaf that we made before. And we can make another flower down here. You know, this is quite large because of the dry erase board, but you're going to be making, maybe you have a 8 by 12 or 8 by 10 piece of copy paper. Your doodles are going to be much smaller than this, but we're just making them quite large so you can get the idea, so that you can do it at home.
I don't think that was too bad.
How are you doing, Ray? Oh, I'd like to show Ray's. Ray's is absolutely lovely. Now see? See how much fun it is?
I'm getting more
That
experience.
is lovely. Yes, yes, yes. In fact, I think I'll cover mine up and put Ray's on it. Yeah, yes,
At least
absolutely
I got one
lovely.
straight.
How about some red?
So basically, if you just know your little swirly shapes and your S, you can do many, many, many things. Zen doodle.
Beautiful.